Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Let's talk about weight loss, obesity, from the naturopathic medical perspective. And let me tell you the secret to weight loss that not even Oprah knows. This is a big problem, pun intended, and it's not getting better. It's increased, obesity specifically is what we're talking about here, has increased in adults by 60% in the last 20 years, and it's tripled in our childhood population in the last 30 years. 1/3 of Americans are obese, not just overweight, obese. And conventional medicine has no remedy for this, and quite frankly, it happened on their watch. All chronic diseases are accelerating more or less, and it's because the medical doctors are trained in a particular methodology which is inconsistent with the reality of the human experience. So let me help you to understand why this is happening. You know, it's a harsh metaphor, but nonetheless it is apt. There was nobody in the death camps of World War II, either in Germany or in Russia, who was overweight. Didn't matter what your age, your height, your sex, your race, your pre-existing medical conditions were. If you don't eat, which nobody in the death camps did, you lose weight. This is the fundamental driver of weight gain, is the consumption of too many calories. The consumption of too many calories. Which begs the question, why do people eat too many calories? Oh, and by the way, there's been plenty of research to show that there's no relationship whatsoever between exercise and weight gain, or weight loss, quite frankly. As a matter of fact, the more you exercise, the worse it's going to become. You know, we need to have an adult conversation here. If eating too many calories makes people gain weight, well, why do people eat too many calories? Well, you can make the argument that you're depressed, or that you have a weak will, or that you're just lazy, or that there's some type of psycho-emotional stress that happened to you as a child or a young adult that you have developed a coping mechanism for. And I think these things, some of these things, apply to a very small percentage of people who are struggling with weight, but those are the exceptions and not the rule. And I know this because food cravings, calorie cravings, happen in animals as well. Horses and sheep and beef cattle, they will develop behavior called pica or cribbing, which is an uncontrollable need to eat in an animal. So in a horse, they'll eat the wood on the fence, they'll eat stones, they'll eat mud. They just eat whatever they can because their body is driving them to do it. And I'm pretty sure that the horse or the beef cow didn't have an abusive father, right? Here's what drives the behavior. Undiagnosed essential nutrient deficiencies. Now, our holistic understanding of the human body is very different than the medical doctor's understanding of the human body. Medical doctors believe that the body is a bag of biochemicals waiting to break, and when something does break, it's not the MD's job to cure it, it's the MD's job to manage it. And medical doctors don't believe in the spirit or the soul because it's never been measured, it's never been proven to exist. So, medical doctors think that when something goes wrong with the body, it's not their job to fix it, it's their job simply to manage the condition. And when it comes with weight gain, they're blind as to the operative cause. So, here is the operative cause. If this tank represents your body's nutritional needs, in order for your body to be healthy from the cradle to the grave, it needs to be topped off every day with 90 essential nutrients. An essential nutrient is something that your body needs, but it cannot make. It's a raw material that has to be imported into the body in order for the body to work the way that nature and God intended it to. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions that everybody all around the world is suffering from here is the notion that you can get all of the nutrients that your body needs, all of the essential nutrients, simply from eating food. You cannot do it. There are reasons and explanations for that would take me too long to explain here, but the simple academic fact of the matter is the amount of essential nutrients in our food over the last 100 years is declining dramatically because of agricultural farming methods. So, if you're lucky, at any moment in time, if you are not actively supplementing with vitamins and minerals and amino acids and essential fatty acids, you're lucky if your nutritional tank is about halfway full. And then you experience the stress of life. Your nutritional tank plummets. Now you're running on nutritional fumes. Your body has wisdom. Your body understands what's going on. And your body forces you to eat in the desperate attempt to fill up your nutritional tank, but the food that you're eating doesn't have the nutrients you need. And so you eat and 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 you become overweight. You go to Olive Garden or Red Lobster and you pound down 2,000 calories in 45 minutes because you have to. You're satisfied momentarily. You go home and then 3 hours later you're hungry again. And then, when this starts to happen over and over, you might think to yourself, well, maybe I am depressed. Maybe I am lazy. Maybe I do have the fat gene because I can't control myself. Well, these things are happening ironically because of the wisdom of your body. Your body is trying to save you, but the food that you're eating is not sufficient to the cause. And again, this is the fundamental difference between how a naturopathic doctor and a medical doctor view the human body. Holistic doctors like myself are of the opinion that the spirit is a very real thing, the soul is a very real thing, and it inhabits the human body. And quite frankly, it's running the show. There are millions of biochemical processes that are happening in your body right now, and what's controlling that? It's not you. It's outside of your conscious control. Something's running the show. Well, we argue it's the presence of the spirit inside the body. Your body knows how to fix itself. Your body wants to fix itself. Your body is trying to fix itself. Your body has inherent, built-in, God-given wisdom. So when your body's nutritional tank runs low, your body knows it. The wisdom of the body knows it and forces you to eat. This is why people become overweight. It's the main reason. There are psychological factors and emotional stressors also, but again, those are the exceptions and not the rule. So what do? To get people back to a healthy weight? Well, we recommend that they take all of the 90 essential nutrients in recipes and formulations that their body can actually absorb on a regular basis. You have to fill up your body's nutritional tank, and then you have to stop eating foods that are gumming up the works. Now, this is one of life's greatest ironies, because for the last, let's say 80 years, maybe more, we've been listening to the people who make the food tell us what food to eat. And we've been paying attention to medical doctors who have no training, no experience, and no, quite frankly, appreciation for medical nutrition tell us what food to eat. This is why their recommendations change so much over time, because it's not their thing. And they shouldn't be allowed to give you advice about it. It should be illegal. You wouldn't take advice from a chiropractor about a surgical procedure. It's not their thing. Well, medical nutrition is not the thing of the MD. It's not the thing of the food industry, but that's who we've been listening to for a long, long time, and as fate would have it, because of that, most of the food that we eat on a regular basis produces inflammation in the human body and interferes with the body's absorption of nutrients. So, ironically, the food that you're eating, in order to hearken to the body's demand for calories, not only is low in nutrients, but it's also causing trouble into the bargain. So, this is why it's virtually impossible for people to lose weight. It's not genetic. It's not because you're depressed. It's not because you have a weak will. It's simply because your body has run out of the essential nutrients that it so desperately needs, and you are unwittingly, consistently eating food that is causing inflammation in the human body. When you fill up your nutritional tank with the right stuff and stop eating these foods, you start to lose weight because your body is nutritionally satisfied. So you go to Olive Garden, there's 3,000 calories in front of you, you eat half of it, you're full, you take the rest home in a doggy bag and have it the next day for lunch. And as you naturally and spontaneously reduce your consumption of calories, you lose weight. And this is the magic, the secret to weight loss that not even Oprah knows. I am your steadfast advocate for health, Dr. Peter Glidden. As always, thanks so much for your time. I hope you learned something. I'll see you around campus.